Hello E39 source, Ryan Schultz here with my 2000 M5. Little bit of a early mid-winter, I wish it were late winter, update. I thought I would do something really quick, which will probably turn into being 10 minutes, I'm sorry. Notice I'm on the wrong side of the garage. Colt's 540 was in here yesterday, and I pulled this in this bay to wash it, and it's been clean, and I haven't wanted to back it out into the snow to move it back where it goes, so it's on this side. Anyhow, I got back from the Detroit Auto Show yesterday. I drove this car to Detroit and back from south and east of Cleveland, Ohio. I think I totaled around 400 miles, 380 miles. It was over a tank and a half of gas. With 4 people in the car at 80 miles an hour, I averaged about 20 to 21 miles to the gallon. Total mileage is now at 182,704, which means due to my 5,000 mile oil change intervals that I like to do, I'm right on time. So I just ordered 10 quarts. I like to keep lots of extra on hand and a filter. And all of these parts, this is why I'm making the update video. Now, not everything that I've ordered recently is in here. There's actually a couple goodies on the way and some that have already been installed that I haven't updated or I haven't put on that document. But for one, the M Audio subwoofers are installed and working beautifully. I'm very happy with that. Everybody that came to Detroit with me, Luke, Bobby, and Colt, all said they noticed big differences, even over 2 out of the 3 other guys having DSP. So anyways, I ordered the screws for the M Audio rear subs, ended up not using them because I used different ones in my basement that I found that work perfectly. They're the exact same thing, just silver instead of black before they arrived. Airbox Lid Clips. This is the engine air filter. Right here, the second one down. There is your part number for that. I've owned this car for 3.5 years, and I've always been missing 2 of my airbox lid clips. So I went on realoem.com. I probably spent 6 hours on that site over the past few weeks, and I ordered them. My dad's M5 in San Diego, his E60, was missing 2 of them as well. So I ordered 4, and I put 1 there and 1 there. So I now have all 4 of those. Let me restate that this order is really a very simple order, doing a lot of really stupid little things on this car that have been missing for years. Little clips, little pieces of trim here and there, replacing a couple slightly worn things. I'm really doing smaller things to make the car nicer. So, airbox lid clips. I replaced my instrument cluster surround and the little dummy panel. There are your part numbers for that. All of these are OEM parts from Turner Motorsport or ECS Tuning. It's really easy install. I was going to film a DIY, however, I was unsure of how to remove these switches, so I didn't do that video. But this piece of trim here around the cluster is all new. It feels denser. It feels higher quality. I had a couple marks in it before. Just popped the old switches out and put them in, and then my new dummy panel. So all of that turned out really nice. As I've said a couple times, it's the small details here. The lower dashboard screw covers. Let me get your part number for that. That's the black one. Keep in mind there's tan ones too. If you've ever had any service done that requires removing any part of the upper or lower dash, there's a good chance that the little black plastic screw cover that I'm sorry you can't see right there gets lost, and then you just see the screw in there. Big deal. But for 95 cents you can buy that and replace them, which I did. I now have both of them. One of them was missing before, and it's the way it should be from factory. And if BMW put one there, it should be there today. As I said, little parts. There's my oil filter kit. I don't have the oil on this document. I did the trunk trim panel as well as the expanding rivets and the screw cover. This made it into a DIY already. I think this is live on the site. But this piece of plastic here, there's no marks in it, and it doesn't seem to rattle as much, if at all. And it feels better. It feels denser, it feels stronger, it feels higher quality, and it's a little bit more black. So there's your part numbers for that. And then I got a new fan blade. Now I'm waiting to install my fan blade. I'm waiting to order, I should say, my fan clutch. I'm going to replace the fan clutch and the fan blade at the same time. Why take it off twice? And there will be a DIY on that. My fan blade in there right now is original. I can just tell by looking and especially feeling the new one versus the old one that the old one is brittle. The plastic is nowhere near as strong, and I do not want to take a chance of one of those blades snapping off and going through my nicely painted hood that I had done 2 or 3 years ago. So next time I come into some income, I'll buy my $250 fan clutch, and we'll just replace all of that as preventative maintenance. As you can see, it spins a little bit. I don't know if that's good or bad. Kind of depends on where it is in its rotation. But I am going to do that within the next month or two, and we'll have that nice and fresh. Another part I ordered that for some reason I didn't see on that document over there are these little clips here. I've never seen an E39 that has both of these clips. Mine had one. It was on the driver's side. I ordered 2 of them and just replaced both of mine with the same part. Stupid, trivial little 95-cent part. But as I said a few minutes ago, if BMW put it there, it should be there. And now I have both of those. Just a little hint later on in this video that will probably go on for about a week. I'm going to try not to drag this out over 2 months like I did with my fall/winter update video. We're going to be doing some work in here. You'll see later on. Also, I ordered this door sill due to some imperfections here, and down there. You can barely see it in this lighting. I know I'm being nitpicky, but not as nitpicky as you may think. I ordered that on December 18th. Today's January 20th, and it has not arrived yet. So as soon as that arrives, that'll be an update for the winter here. And I also ordered this piece of trim as well as the door sill, and then all of the clips. So I'll have all those part numbers in a DIY, and hopefully by the end of this video, that part will have arrived. So we're just fixing a bunch of the stupid little things on this car. You know, you get in and you notice a little thing here and a little thing there. Well, the less little things you notice, the better the car is, right? And no, I have not done this yet. I'm kind of waiting for spring to do that. Plus it's a $357 part. This mirror glass here is bubbling. You don't feel it, but it's definitely there on the inside. I definitely will have that replaced in the future. All right, that's gonna end today's footage for clips. I did wash the car after Detroit. It's really clean now, it's really nice, but it's gonna have to go out in the salt and the snow all week. So next time you see it, it will probably look very dirty in comparison to this, because right now it's pretty good for mid-January anyways. So I'll talk to you in a few days as more parts arrive and I continue to do stupid little work. E39 source, it is now Wednesday, the 22nd of January 2014, and you can probably guess what's going on right now. The oil change, we're about 100 miles ahead of schedule. I like to do that. It's about 6 degrees Fahrenheit outside with a wind chill of around -7 right now. My garage is a little better than that, but not a lot. I've been out here maybe 45 minutes. We're up to 30 degrees inside. Welcome to Ohio winters. Anyhow, it's not that bad. All the oil's drained out. It's even out of there. It's in my little cat litter pan that we're gonna bottle, I suppose, that I'm gonna take over to Walmart and dispose of here in a few minutes. These are the 7 quarts of 1060 I put in. One of them was half full, a little bit more than half, so I've got about 6.75 quarts in there. It's reading halfway up the dipstick. I'll drive it over there to Walmart and back, and then we'll recheck on the dipstick. I am gonna reset the light using the peak tool. Not that it's on, but I'll reset the interval. We're gonna get the car off these ramps and then we're done. So I'll record the exact mileage more so for my records, because I just did this 5,000 miles ago. I think it's this pusher. We're at 182,776. 10 miles of winter does this. Today's only Monday, the 27th of January. Welcome back to the little video here. Replacing this part today, something that kind of ages. This gasket in here ages, and then every time you open your hood, you find little drips of oil going down your timing chain cover there. So there's a part number for you. It's the 1112 number. Looks like it fits a lot of BMW models. I got this from Turner Motorsport for about $18, including shipping. So I'm going to throw that on the car real quick and show you what's kept me busy over the last couple days with this. Firstly, down here, we have a new door sill. Finally, that looks really nice. There's a DIY on the channel. You've likely already seen that. It's got some water drops on it right now, but it's in very good shape. And secondly, oh yeah, who expected that? Who saw that coming? Well, It's a brand new facelift steering wheel from ECS Tuning. It's never been in a car before, and it looks and feels incredible. I got a little bit of salt on the side there. Airbag out of a E46, I think, from eBay. It's the nicest airbag I could find. I spent 3 hours looking around. There is pretty much zero wear on it right now. I might have a few fingerprints from today. DIY coming on this tomorrow. Really happy with this upgrade though. It feels excellent. It's so much thicker than the original steering wheel. The M-color stitching is beautifully bright and vibrant, and it really modernizes the entire interior of the car. I can't say enough good about it. So with that aside, now it's time to move on to my oil filler cap. Here you can see what I'm talking about. This was perfectly clean maybe 2 days ago, and it just comes right out of there, and it didn't do this a few months ago. So out with the old, if I can even get it off. It feels super tight right now, but it's freezing cold out here. Here in northeastern Ohio, it is currently about -10 degrees outside. I actually have tomorrow off of classes at Kent State University. So that's nice. Stay home and buy more car parts. So there's that. And I'll clean that off and I'll keep an eye on it. So another little stupid thing I've been working on is my DSC compressor / horn bracket, which is located about a foot that way from the inside of the bumper. You got to jack the car up, pull the wheel off, tear the fender liner down. And that bracket in there for me happened to break, which left my horn dangling in there by wires. So I got some twine and I hung it up for a while until I had the 80 bucks for the part that had to come from Germany in 6 weeks waiting. I waited 6 weeks to get that part. So finally that showed up, and I did install that, or rather Colt helped me. He pretty much did the whole thing. He installed that for me, so now my horn is facing the right way. Both high and low tone work, and my DSC compressor is safely connected. So I have a little clip from that, which I'll insert now. All right, guys, we actually did something, and we did it right. Look at that. Low tone horns on the bottom. The high tone horn is on the top, or vice versa. I don't know which is which, but they're on there.
This is the low tone.
Lows on the top, highs on the bottom. They're faced the right way. They both work independently and together. All the bolts are back in. That's a dealer quality job right there. So now we're going to take our fender liner, put that back on, put her back on the ground. Well, we're going to put a wheel on it first, and then we're going to be done. We also upgraded our jack. You should have seen the old one that we've been using to lift, the 540, the M5, whatever BMWs we have in here. It was about the size of my shoe, which was completely unacceptable for a car that weighs 4,000 and some pounds. So this is our new Harbor Freight Pittsburgh 2-ton heavy-duty rapid pump, low-profile floor jack. And we used it once for the bracket install, and it worked really well. So things look good with that. We'll be able to do a lot of stuff with this over the summer when it actually warms up in here. So in this scuzzy midwinter update then, we've done a bunch of real little stupid things. Oil caps and clips here and there. But as I've said before, it's all of the little things that help make a car good in big ways. And then of course the big things too, like the wheel, the M-Audio subs, you know, fully updated nav as I've done. Now I'm going to redo what I did before over here with these headlight switches. This bezel around here, I replaced the bezel, moving my switches over. I looked up how to do it, I followed DIYs, and I just couldn't get that to work for me. And I ended up screwing my switches in. They're glued in right now to the back of this plate. That isn't good enough for me. They feel fine and they work. They're not quite as bright on the other two settings, and then the actual fog light, you can see how dim that is because those pieces are indeed broken. So I plan on ordering all of the switches, the bezel, as well as the physical switch, and then I'll just go ahead and replace this thing again for only like 20 bucks, and then I'll be able to do a full video on that. So sometimes you don't always do stuff right the first time, but I'm going to make it right. So stay tuned for that. I thought I'd just make something to tide you guys over as we keep working on bigger projects. So again, a bunch of little things. Hopefully I included a bunch of part numbers for you. The steering wheel DIY is coming very soon, as well as the cluster, surround, and switches, and one day that damn piece of glass. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Stay warm.